born to be contenders. When trials are ahead, you know we never will surrender. Gonna be bold, gonna stand a little bit taller. As long as we are here, we can go a little longer. Caught up in this fight, now we're chasing every victory. Feeling every move, yeah, we're writing out the history. Running to the light, feeling calmer than a river. Ready for the fight, we go harder, we go bigger. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear me go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on. We're the champions, ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, it coming, strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on? Taking it from the top, I wanna rise it up. I wanna go with the feeling, all that we do is succeeding. Wanna get up and feel myself again. Wanna build a legacy, so undeterred, I'm making them listen. I bet you love what I bring to the table, yo. They got us now, wanna raise it up, raise it up. It's in the blood, wanna live it up, live it up. Don't wanna stop, wanna bring it home, bring it home. Just wanna be the one, stay proud. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear me go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on. We're the champions, ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, it coming, strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on. We're the champions, ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, it coming, strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on? Got our minds made up cause we were born to be contenders. When trials are ahead, you know we never will surrender. Gonna be bold, gonna stand a little bit taller. As long as we are here, we can go a little longer. Caught up in this fight, now we're chasing every victory. Feeling every move, yeah, we're writing out the history. Running to the light, feeling calmer than a river. Ready for the fight, we go harder, we go bigger. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear me go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on. We're the champions, ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, it coming, strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on? Taking it from the top, I wanna rise it up. I wanna go with the feeling, all that we do is succeeding. Wanna get up and feel myself again. Wanna build a legacy, so undeterred, I'm making them listen. I bet you love what I bring to the table, yo. They got us now, wanna raise it up, raise it up. It's in the blood, wanna live it up, live it up. Don't wanna stop, wanna bring it home, bring it home. Just wanna be the one, stay proud. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear me go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on. We're the champions, ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, it coming, strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on? minds made up cause we were born to be contenders. When trials lie ahead, you know we never will surrender. Gotta be bold, gonna stand a little bit taller. As long as we are here, we can go a little longer. Caught up in this fight, now we're chasing every victory. Feeling every move, yeah, we're writing out the history. Running to the light, feeling calmer than a river. Ready for the fight, we go harder, we go bigger. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear it go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on us. The champions ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, they coming strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on us? Taking it from the top, I wanna rise it up. I wanna go with the feeling, all that we do is succeeding. Wanna get up and feel myself again. Wanna build a legacy, so undeterred, I'm making them listen. I bet you love what I bring to the table, yeah. They got us now, wanna raise it up, raise it up. It's in the blood, wanna live it up, live it up. Don't wanna stop, wanna bring it home, bring it home. Just wanna be the one, stay proud. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear it go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on us. The champions ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, they coming strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on us? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on us. We're the champions ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, they coming strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on us? Crowning on us. With fortune valor crowning on us. Got our minds made up cause we were born to be contenders. When trials lie ahead, you know we never will surrender. Gotta be bold, gonna stand a little bit taller. As long as we are here, we can go a little longer. Caught up in this fight, now we're chasing every victory. Feeling every move, yeah, we're writing out the history. Running to the light, feeling calmer than a river. Ready for the fight, we go harder, we go bigger. Feel your heartbeat raising. Goes like 3, 2, 1, got you counting down. I won't let this crown be taken. Can you hear it go? Winner, legacy, feel it, limited. Listen, I'm on it, I wanna live it up like, call it, want it. Yeah, I hardly started, you're falling fast. Fortune valor crowning on us. The champions ready to go. Yeah, we're made out of gold, never letting it go. Got your back, yeah, they coming strong in the storm. Do you wanna go up in fortune valor crowning on us? Taking it from the top, I wanna rise it up. I wanna go with the feeling, all that we do is succeeding. Wanna get up and feel myself again. Wanna build a legacy, so undeterred, I'm making them listen. I bet you love what I bring.
Was very limiting himself in terms of like actually opening for team fights with only 3 unbridled outbursts on Zhang Fei, where Doofy, his unbridled outburst is like, oh, I see someone, I go. So it's like,
Alright,
it's
Chad,
more good
I'm
or it's
audible that
less
much.
good? Or can they
Chad,
find
I'm audible
equilibrium
now,
in the
बाकी
balance to find
minutes.
proper engagements for their team?
Please,
Any of them,
volume of it.
if they can find the first mover in actually being able to be the perfect roamer for their team, I think that will be a big advantage for either of these ones.
So Team Flash can already just be thinking about how to change those little details. In front of them, S8UL Esports. Soul Esports coming
चलो वॉइस
in
वगैरह से
here
जा रही है
as
आजकल
the
खुद ही
second
स्ट्रीम
place
टेस्ट करनी
of
पड़ती
the
है
Kings Arise India
समझ रहे हो ना
Championship. Yesterday, they were
testing
facing
stream.
Influence Rage that got the ticket to go into the group stages. That match left me a very nice
बाकी
feeling
4 टाइम
about
स्टिल
these
सिक
5 guys.
तो
And this is not the first time that
मेरा
India actually has faced Vietnam in the HLS.
रुमाल
Right
वगैरह
here,
मतलब
if we were to trace back to
you
the
know
qualifiers, yes,
सीरियसली
it
ना
is not
बाकी
the SAUL lineup that has faced
चैट में अगर भाई किसी को
Team
कुछ
Flash
पूछना हो
roster. It's more on the
आज
RNTX side, but
फाइनल डे
RNTX
क्या
is still with the
एसएटीएल
same
मतलब
region
एसएटीएल का
as
जर्नी
inside
खत्म होगा
SAUL. So the information
ठीक
should
है
be
या तो
available.
जर्नी खत्म होगा या तो
I
फिर
think they
भाई
definitely would have helped
दे आर
them in
गोइंग टू
their
द
own
नेक्स्ट
way,
राउंड
right? And I think
ठीक है चांसेस बहुत
SAUL,
रेयर है
here's
बहुत
one
रेयर
thing
चांसेस
I
अच्छा
will give to them for today's game.
आई डोंट इवन
Right? This is
थिंक
your first
फ्लैश अगेंस्ट
international
हम
event.
जीत पाएंगे
There's no need to pressure yourself about, hey, I want to win big, but you have to play big because at this stage of the game, it really is go big or go home.
We gotta spotlight someone, right? Like we gotta spotlight Kong. Kong, the jungler from S8UL yesterday, with coordination was on point, and they allowed Kong to really do his job. They looked pretty strong. There were some moments where they actually cornered INF that made me feel like they actually could have a chance to take that victory.
I think Kong, like you mentioned, is the star boy or the main guy coming in for inside SAUL. The main idea, if we were to give
Teams
him
हमारी
a
बैठ
winning
चुकी है
chance against Team Flash Vietnam from
अब
AOG,
बस
is the
वेट
funnel
है
strategy, right? We've seen the funnel
मेनली
strategy
वेट है
different
बस अब
ways,
कि
where
अब
the mid
कैसे
lane
क्या
can
मतलब
go
मैचेस होंगे हमारे
gives it over to Kong as the jungle carry pick, and then he goes on the side lane to cause pressure,
Yes.
giving more room for the farm lane to actually progress
ये
inside KLTZ.
guys
And
specs
then
देख
you
लो
look
specs
over
these
to
specs
another strat, the roamer item,
मामूली
with smite
specs
support. So these are available options that potentially SAUL could take if they want to go for the jungle carry route.
Yes, and that's one formula, right? The second formula is also about enabling your jungler. Like you said, Kong, I think if you give him the space, he does really well. The same could be said for Julius as well. We're
Can
talking about the
S8UL make
butterfly
it?
mechanic
S8UL
in
has
that
to make it
game.
यार
And
S8UL
butterfly
has
is
to make
a
it.
super snowball carry. If you give the butterfly a lead, she suddenly becomes a huge problem in a span of 4 to 5 minutes.
But it's a very
HOE
typical
की
hero to
chat
play
में ना
right
कुछ
now.
लिख
I
रहे
think
तो
it's very
like
detail-oriented.
S8UL will
What do
do
you think,
2-1
I
group
think as
पर
long
उससे
as
पहले
you
S8UL
make
को
the
ग्रुप के लिए
butterfly
क्वालिफाई
and
मतलब
revolve
ग्रुप से
around it,
मैचअप के लिए ना
pick up
क्वालिफाई
each
भी
target,
होगा
give butterfly a reset, and then you consistently
let me just
jump
test
on
the
following
audio
target
part
here,
again
then
let me
maybe
see
it works. But there's also a different perspective that you look into. It's a very high risk, high reward, very weak early game. You need that level 4. Now I have a question here. Yes, we saw the butterfly
मेरे को
available
खुद
in
ही
AOV
मतलब
from
पसंद नहीं आया मेरी वॉइस
but
इतनी
we
लो
haven't
किसी
seen
ढंग से बताया
the
मेरी
other AOV
Hero
that are
voice मेरी बहुत
available
ज़्यादा लो है
in what's that, Team Flash.
All right.
मतलब
Simone,
ऑडिबल अलग होता है and
Planet, or Florentino.
समझ रहे
So
हो
maybe
ऑडिबल
those are their trump cards coming in
अरे
for this lower bracket.
Now that you mentioned Florentino right over here, Florentino yesterday with Pei were the most banned heroes in the whole game, man. Like out of 14 games that we had yesterday, 11 times Pei and Florentino were banned. And Florentino appeared only once, and the one time that it showed up,
Lost.
it was a loss. So is this really a hero that we need to be banning that much?
I would say yes.
I say yes.
बाय द वे मेरे को
Go ahead.
पता है 12:30 बजे पता चला कि मैचेस 1:30 में है मैं खुद ही मतलब शॉक था लाइक मैचेस तो 1:30 मैंने फटाफट स्ट्रीम वगैरह स्केड्यूल किया एंड यू नो वी हैव टू गेट ऑन कोई और सपोर्ट करे ना करे वी विल गो विद दिस
So I think yes, why Florentino was allowed to be played yesterday because they had
That
all the
support is the
answers.
key,
Right?
you know, Jack.
Everyone was going against the Florentino.
Well, Nanshin Redford was the one that allowed that Florentino coming out. And seems like as they had that first game already in the bag, they said to themselves, let's give ourselves a little bit of a chance to experiment in here. Let's see if the answers that we have against Florentino can work. And seems like they got a completely 100%.
I think they definitely play well with the specific matchup, right? They used the Vara to try to equalize out the lane, make sure that there were no room for Florentino to go for that 1v1, right? Because when we talk about Pei and Florentino, they are very similar in playstyle, where Florentino wants to dominate the 1v1, convert that minion wave advantage into the push, and then allowing the jungle or the mid to find those rotations even faster here. And then for Pei, similar as well, insane early game power with the double form spells, which allows the Pei to actually get a lot of control. So that's why yesterday we see more bans on these hyper
प्लेयर्स
aggressive
बैठे हैं प्लेयर्स तो बैठे हैं
And
भाई
if
तो
you're
यार
new
बैठे
to
बिल्कुल
the MOBA genre,
Only
let
thing
me
left
just
is now
give
to
you
start
one
the
line
match.
where I think it will help you understand. Just don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Nongshim, they made sure that, look, if Florentino is going to be a problem, Florentino is going to be the only problem.
That's correct. So we are gonna head to the draft in a bit here. So if we were to look into the specific tier list that we have built for ourselves here.
Oh, the tier list. Let's go.
I mean, hero
like
tier list,
that.
right? Hero tier list.
I'm a data person, man. Go show me.
For me specifically, right, I think this current patch of EWC for Honor of Kings, Long, Chano, Chicha, Flowborn, these are definitely first base farm lanes that you have to pick in the first three phase. In the first three picks, right? If you don't pick these four heroes and it goes to the second phase, you start having to use subpar picks that might not
This
be
skin जो
the best of
पीछे
the
देख रहे हो
best in
पीछे
this specific
हम
patch.
Okay, so
ये
you
पीछे
do
स्किन है ये
believe
दिस
that
स्किन
in this patch,
प्रो
just
डाटा
coming
कॉस्ट
in and
मैंने
just
खेला है स्किन से
prioritizing your farm
अलग
laner
ही
in the
यू नो
in the
रॉयल्टी
big
वाली
set
फील आती है
is
दिस
actually
स्किन
the
I'm
way to
talking
go.
about this skin
I feel so, right?
अलग
Considering the fact
रॉयल्टी
that
वाली
you have things
फील
like
फील आती है
Channel,
पता है
Long, Flowborn, and also
like I'm
Chicha. These
प्योर
are
रॉयल्टी
amazing blind
ऐसी
picks in
फील
towards this specific patch, and you can see a lot of these teams, their first
मजाक
pick
नहीं
is
कर रहा कल
definitely
मैंने
the
खेला
Abby
वील भी
coming
पुटिंग
in
अ
on the
वीडियो
blue
तो आप
side,
देख
and then
लो
you
उससे
start to look into
अलग ही मजा
potential
आता है
roamers like the Zhangfei, Lapu Lapu as your 1-2, or you start building compositions that we've seen yesterday. Didn't really work that well, but the Queen Angela that we saw from Nongshim.
Oh, that Quay was a little bit too abstract for my taste.
Yeah.
I do believe that it's a good hero. We want to see it again. But if it's going to be played the same as yesterday, what about if we just leave it over there on bench?
I think this is where the second half of the BP is very important, right? I like the fact that Nongshim showed us how it's supposed to be used because, let's be honest, the Kui play yesterday from Namu, actually that was great. But it was not good enough because there was no follow-up. Nobody else on Nongshim could finish the job. They had to use a Yao, which was not the ideal hero. You wanted more damage, you wanted more CC coming in. And, you know, the Angela wasn't allowed to play the game, essentially.
You're the initiator, man. Like, if you're going to choose the Quay and you're going to initiate, you need to have that communication. The communication needs to be on top, or else you better just don't choose that hero.
It's like a mid-roam synergy has to be so on point, like you're a couple living together, where the Quay has a land
For the
the
first
hook.
years.
I mean, you tell me, man. The Queen has to land a hook, and then the Angela has to immediately be side by side, connecting the Chaos Cinders for the full blown out combo, right? So it's a good pickoff combo nonetheless. Like if you can play it to a perfection, which I think some of the
या तो
stronger
जैसे
teams
टेल
in
की
the groups
मेरे को लग रहा है ऐसे टेल की किल तो क्रश
then we'll
होगी
see a very large effect. You instantly isolate out that 4v5, and then you start winning by numbers advantage. But if you miss the hook, like what Nongshim did yesterday, then the Guan Yu comes charging in. You don't have crowd control to actually stop the horse.
Exactly. So I want to just put it into an overview. Now, we are in a best of 3, meaning 2 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
So your BPs are especially important in this game. It's no longer about burning heroes from the draft. It's about, can we find the best formula in the shortest amount of time? Because you only get 2 chances
आज के
to
इसकी
move
क्रशिंग
forward.
मोमेंट देखा
They
जाएगा
need to just put
ऐसे
everything
टेल का
right over
ट्रू
there.
रिपर्स
Just
का तो हमने
whatever that
देख
they
लिया
have,
मोबाइल लेजेंड्स में
their best
आज
of the
ऐसे टेल
best,
की बारी है
because lose and then just go
ऐसे
home,
टेल
man.
का
Like,
देखा
that's it.
जाएगा
There's
आज
no tomorrow. This needs to be the most important game that they have played in this whole year. Starting right now, every single game for these 2 teams is going to be a grand final.
Now, Isaac, I know that you have like experience in coaching and also teaching.
There you
Coaches
go.
You
लग
are
चुके
the
हैं
coach for either of these two
मेरे को
teams. What
लग
would
ही
you
रहा
tell
था
them?
कोच कल क्यों नहीं जर्सी पहन के
Breathe,
आए
man. Like, oxygen right now is going to be the
आज
most
इसको
important
जर्सी
thing.
पहनने का मौका मिला
In
है
the moment that you start having pressure, in the
ये
moment that
कर
you
रही
are right over there with high stakes,
ये
you
we
start
can win
forgetting
this
about
we
the
can win
most
this
important
लग
things
तो
in
रहा
life,
कि
which
मेरे
is
को कंडक्ट
just
नहीं कर
air
पाएंगे
in and
पर
then
ठीक है
air
यार
out.
उम्मीद तो
Slow,
दुनिया का आएगा
think about that. Communicate with your teammates.
भाई
You
सपोर्ट तो
cannot
लेजेंड है
just
भाई लोगों का
micromanage these players, man. They're
लिख
professionals.
रहे हैं सब मतलब
You cannot
चैट में
just
लिख
tell
रहे हैं
them
2-0
exactly what they
फ्लैश
need to do, but you can just guide
मतलब
them in the
सोल
right
फ्लैश
direction
को
for
2-0
them
से
to be able
रहेगी
to perform
अगर
and
ऐसा हो गया भाई
I love it
मतलब
because
मजा
it's
आ रहा
also
है चाहे
important
उसके नेक्स्ट
that
राउंड
we
में चाहे
follow
हार
up
जाए
with trust, right?
लेकिन
Number 1,
मजा आ
trust
रहा
your
है
teammates, trust the process, and most importantly, in an international stage where the stakes are extremely high, you need to have fun.
Having fun is always
Enjoy.
very important, right? If you're enjoying in the moment and then you start to feel the adrenaline rushing towards you, you start to lose the worry or the tension that you have on your hands, and then you start to not have cold hands. Like even in, let's say, like your rankings where you are like trying to go from Master 1 to Grandmaster from 1007, 1008, you have that momentum here. But talking momentum here, let's kick off the pick and bans with Team S8UL Esports
So,
on towards the blue side
drafting
here. And
start
also, Team
I
Flash now
hope
coming in from the
इस
red
बार
side.
पे mess up
Auto
ना
Sun
अरे
here. Florentino, lock
अरे अरे भाई
Exactly
ये
what we
हीरो
talked
बड़ा
about.
अच्छा है
So,
लॉन्ग
Pay
करके
as
है
well
गेस
as the
लॉन्ग
Florentino.
करके है
Ideal and prio bans on both sides here,
मतलब
leaving the higher ban
एचओ के
as
में हर
one of the
हीरोज के ना
mine
दो नेम
would
होते हैं मगर
be
लॉन्ग से आ रहा है
taken
इसमें लॉन्ग
out,
करके
which
है
means
ड्रैगन बन जाता है
Yep, there we go. Lorion might be coming into the gorge. Now, who is going to have that? It looks like it's going into the hands of Team Flash. Now, on the side of S8UL, did you make a mistake? Because this is the home ground of Lorient play.
I don't think you can actually blame SAUL Esports, right? Because considering the fact that they don't really have much time in HOK itself, the game only released in India back in March 11th. So dating today, there's probably like 4 to 5 months of practice that they actually have in the game itself. And then Lorient is also a really, really new pick. This is entirely experience difference that may be in the advantage of Team Flash. And yesterday, we did talk about the Kong pick on towards the Chicha here. Maybe it's coming back again in this specific game 1.
I want to just add on to that because we had a conversation today about the Lorient pick, and I was asking, right? So what do we do against the Lorient? And remember, you said just hard engage.
Yes.
These two are one of the hardest engagers in the game. So the Lapu Lapu with the Raging Sea to set up and allowing the Chicha to go with the ultimate to just be in your face all the time. Sure, you can run, you can flash, you can use the ultimate to try and juke and move. But as a Lorient, if you can't kill Kong in one strike, you're probably
use किया था लापू लापू
But there's still a lot of crowd control as well, right? Like
extreme
that is amazing, where you want her engaged, like we talk about, on towards the side of Hill that potentially who will be piloting this Lorient. But again,
की बारी
Zhangfei here, there's a double carry that's
लेकिन यार लॉन्ग का जो फिक्स डैमेज टाइप सीन है ना, मतलब डैमेज नहीं, मतलब एक बार उसे टारगेट कर दिया ना बंदे का एंड यहाँ से गोली ऐसे निकल गई, बस फिर वो निकली, उसके आगे तो फिर लगनी है कितना दूर निकलता है, पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है बस पर। That is what I love about long. Long ही कहते शायद इसे, चैट करेक्ट करते ना मेरे को अगर मैं गलत हूँ तो, क्या कहीं पता चले ना मैं गलत हो जाऊँ और फिर बाद तुम बोले अरे अरे गलत हीरो का नाम ले रहा था।
But when you have too many targets, you activate too many traps from the side of Chano, life gets a little bit tough for this Aoyan.
Like you just go into lane, don't take skill 1 as Chano takes skill 2. And when he walks up for the minions, just drop your skill 2 on him, drop your skill 2 on him, and when
लोगों को पता है यार, India is very new.
That's gonna be
India being very new to the scene, and still they are supporting, like जो बाहर के मतलब बाहर के जो Indian people है, they're still supporting S8UL. They know we can't win that easily. बहुत मेहनत लगने वाली है to just score a one match win.
Because you have to deal with the potential that the Lung is maybe out farming you, has the potential for the one shot, and you might have to go tank. So right now, I think for Team Flash is, do we think we're gonna win the laning phase? If we're gonna win, confident of winning the laning phase, full damage, Ogren, no doubt.
Damage Ogren here. Maybe it really works out because I do feel that if he does go for the damage Ogren built into Kong's Chicha, that's actually a very strong snowball option here because Chicha, yes, strong in the mid game after level 4 and some of your Sparks for Doomsday on hit items. But if you get invaded by the Ogren in the early game, that's really difficult here because Ogren has the built-in execution on his spells in the Seer state. So that's going to be a bit of an issue here coming in for SAUL. And I like the Fatih last pick here. Yes, lane against potentially on that Byron here. But how you scale towards that mid game is exactly
मतलब फायदा नहीं दिख रहा पता है, बायरन को फायदा नहीं दिख रहा।
Fatih is a great pick here. Now, for a couple of reasons. Number one, he also has decent mobility. And with his activation of his ultimate, he's able one, he lands in I to give the edge a little bit better attack, which ability here. Now, for a couple of reasons. Number one, able to cleanse himself from any sin in a very short amount of time. So,
alright, chat. Match is about to begin. Let's come on, S8UL, you can do this.
Press right coming in from the side of SAUL Esports here. If they can actually manage to find that laning phase that Ken talked about, maybe they can find more of a hope in actually making it to meet up Buriram in that
match most probably start हो गया, but there is of course delays are there. Delay है, match start हो गया होने because of fingers देख सकते हो, उनकी fingers already move करनी start कर दी है, इसका मतलब you know match has started.
Look, life rarely gives
maybe
you
technical pause might be there.
Gives you what you need. So right now, does the game need a rematch between Flash and Buriram? Or do we need
this is good. This is good.
Coming in against
this part is not very excellent.
And SAUL definitely needs your cheer
ये
right now.
ये हर MOBA games कर रहे हैं, very this EWC 2020 लिखा है. And the skin यार जो theme के ऊपर जो skin मैं definitely मेरे highlights करूँगा.
Taking on Team Flash for that
I'm
potential
definitely
slot
gonna buy
into
that.
that group stage here. We see a bit of a mid 2v2 with Julius going in for that initial invade against Kong.
I love this. This is exactly
S8UL on
what
the
we
blue
need,
side.
right? As an Aldrin, the first ball camp is actually one of the important markers you need to achieve. If you can get the steal there, that already gives you a slight advantage. But Julius...
Can we get first
He's
blood?
going
First
a bit too
blood?
low here, going in for aggressive invade.
हमारी
He
side
does
नहीं.
get the
Oh, that's
smite
a
off
miss.
on
That's
the
a miss.
initial wild board camp here. They are not done yet. They
That's
want
a
to
miss.
go on in, but Kong
Jungle
has to slide. This
disturb
is
हो
a
रहा
bit
है
of
हमारा.
an overaggression here coming in for
Jungle getting
Flash.
disturbed.
They do find a knock up here. Buff going in for the hands
But
of
at
Kong.
least we
They're
took the
looking to
jungle.
chase.
That's okay.
Spell on
Ah,
tag
come on,
onto
come on,
his
come on,
Toga.
come on. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Nice, 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 nice. Byron का ये advantage है पता है. Byron early game is deadly. ठीक है, Byron early game बहुत deadly होता है. बहुत high damage होता है उसका. I know फायदा उठाया इस
This
बार.
is a big moment for them, right? More importantly, I think for the side of Flash,
मेरे हमने
Rin
फायदा
actually
बहुत
gets
अच्छा
that
उठाया.
kill for himself. So
Okay,
in the
this
laning phase,
swap.
he already
But
has an
उन्होंने swap
advantage.
कर लिया.
Right now, it's getting even
ठीक है, ठीक है,
bigger.
ठीक है.
Now we
पहले
switch
against
sides over to
extreme
the
नहीं लिया था.
side
मैं
of
yeah,
the
this
Clash
this
lane.
swapped it.
Miriam actually got a return kill. He gets that 1v1.
Wait.
This is also beneficial for
अपना
him.
बंदा
In the
अब
side
कौन पे क्यों
lanes,
बंदा हो
it's
रहा
the
है?
complete opposite.
And
अब
most
score
importantly,
update
right,
हुआ.
Julius is a
मैंने
jungle
score
right
update क्यों नहीं हुआ?
topside.
अरे
Yeah.
nice.
That rotation
भाई
towards
ऐसे
mid,
ट्रेल
burning
फ्लैश को
flash,
पहले ही
and
पीछे
Doofy with
पिछाड़
a
रही है.
very smart catch on towards the top side,
बहुत
punishing
अच्छी बात होने
a
वाली है
Flash's
if
spot
that
here.
happens.
So is the Clash lane laning phase over? I mean, he has
Well-
one kill, and you know, Yer died once, so there is a lot of EXP and gold differential in the Clash lane.
It's definitely not looking too good, right? We talk about how the FA team needs to scale into that mid to late game, but
ये बहुत
suffering
अच्छी
from the
बात
early
है.
game right now with Julius on that all
Chat ये होना चाहिए.
with Yer.
S8UL is more confident as of now. अभी उनको बस ना अपनी fight देख के लेनी पड़ेगी. S8UL अगर ऐसे खेलती रहे ना, they can put a good pressure on Flash.
So we'll see how that is going to change for the side of Team Flash. They have to build upon the advantage on the farm lane side instead, right?
इनका
Rin
MM
now
pack
has
here.
that one kill advantage.
Well, we do see Miriam finding the Storm Strike onto his Julius here, forced to use the ultimate to find back
That's a
some
good
of the
fight.
HP
That's a
here.
good
Knocked
fight.
out
Nice.
down onto his
एक
backline.
इनका nice. एक और जाएगा. एक और
Damage
जाएगा. एक और
coming in from
जाएगा.
Kong's Chicha. It's just too much.
Oh,
Yer
that was
has to
very
run
close.
away towards safety
Bro,
here.
amazing
SAUL
fight.
once
Yeah,
again
come on,
finding
chat.
the
That's
win
amazing.
over aggression of Team Flash.
We were talking about Doofy just now, right? Doofy was a little bit over aggressive. Hang on, one
Volley
We
one,
can get this,
won,
we can
Rin
get
going
this, we can get this.
solo.
Nice.
He still has the ultimate, finds the
Kelsey,
solo kill
nice
on
right.
towards the enemy
That is
box
amazing
there.
gameplay.
One kill means recovery.
Wait, he died to minions!
He died to the lupine trap.
What happened?
So the lupine trap, the soul of the wolves takes a life.
we're back,
So
we're back.
it's dead even once again. Maybe slightly an advantage to Rin since he got that kill. Recovery.
Kelsey में मतलब
I didn't
counter
know.
मारे
I know
मतलब
Rin
पीछे वाले
is
मार दिया
a
उसको, but ठीक
HOG
है.
player, but I didn't know he
That
was a
was
chess master.
Long का मैं ही बता था भाई. Long घुसता है ना, low HP देखा उसने.
But this is
बंदा
exactly
मरेगा
what they
सामने
need.
वाला.
While they have a kill advantage on the side of SAUL, it's just a slight goal difference, less than 500,000 at this point.
It's not looking too good, right? Yeah, yes, less than 1,000, but Julius on an all when we talk about this pick with Holler back in the green room, where this pick, you need to win the early to mid game, and if you don't, it's just gonna be a punching bag, and he's going full damage here. It's not looking too good for Team Flash Jungle.
I mean, yes, at this point, they have already committed, right? So I'm very sure they were confident we are going to win the laning phase. And you can't blame them. At the start, Rin actually had a pretty decent catch.
अरे that's
and
oh
with
my
this,
god, that's
it
done, bro.
allowed Julius to have
That
the
was
confidence to
some
go
amazing-
for the
amazing
rotations
thing.
by build. But right now, look, the timing is too tight for the side of SAUL. Flash will
Objective
get
तो नहीं
this.
ले
That
पाए.
was just an ultimate coming in from
Objective
Hayda
was not
to
possible.
find the backline, immediately just chunking out both Kong and also Extreme, making
Primal
sure
bond
that
लग
this is a
चुका है anyway पे,
free
तो
time going in for
blue
Team Flash, although
I
they
mean
are
the
all on
Overlord
the
रहेगा
losing
most
side
probably
here.
हम लेंगे.
For me personally,
Overlord
I
will be
like
ours.
Team Flash composition where I think that Team Flash has the mid to late game for them.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful one. So let's take a look at the replay here. This 1v1. Now, why
This
would
1v1,
you go
मतलब
for it
amazing
on the side
1v1,
of
nice
TZ
one. Oh भाई,
or
भाई,
TZ? It looks a bit shaky, right?
I
And
told you
Rin
what the
was like,
damage
okay, I
rate.
will take out
Damage
that
मैंने बताया था कितना high रहता है.
because I've already planned steps ahead, and here you go.
That was a funny one, but I agree, right? I think it's the damage calculation
Millions
coming in
मारे
from KLTZ
बेचारे
that actually
बड़ा
made
दुख होता है
it
भाई जब
make
millions
sense.
मारे के
He
जाते हैं ना, बड़ा दुख
calculated
होता है.
very brink of that specific damage, and then he found a solo kill here. But unfortunately,
Primal
Rin
bond
was
के
counting
time में
even
फायदा
further
उठाना
with
चाहिए
that
था. Bye
attack.
bye bye.
Yeah, and you are talking about that mid
This
game, right?
crowd
We're not
control.
really there yet. But
It's
Hudom
crazy.
is already
Late game
doing
में
well,
damage
right?
भी बढ़ेगा,
Many pokes
crowd
coming in from
control
this
भी,
Florian pit,
damage
and
plus
so far he's
crowd
been
control दोनों.
causing a bit of trouble.
Brad
But we
Alvarez
can,
catches on towards multiple
we
members
can,
here.
we can,
Tofu
we can, nice,
singled out,
nice.
but in the back
One
line,
down,
Kong
one down.
finds the Grandmaster Force and isolates Rin for that solo kill. That's the latest encounter. On
भाई
towards
Byron
Julius
उधर
and
अलग खेल
Julius
रहा है. Come
forced
on
to
Byron.
back up, and
Oh,
Miriam
it's okay,
holding
it's okay,
two
it's okay.
members by himself. Overall, a good win coming from S8UL, isolating the far
S8UL is
laner.
very
It's
much
a brand
prepared.
new
यार
team.
मेरे को पूरी
Goofy,
उम्मीद
I
है
think
पता
he
है
might have to
S8UL
give
से.
his life here, but it doesn't really matter. Small sacrifice, right? Look at the
S8UL ने
benefits of what they've
hope
done.
दिखाई है,
5
समझ
to
लो.
3 kills.
उन्होंने
While
hope
the
दिखाई
goal
है.
lead hasn't exactly been the biggest of differences, the result
मम्मी
is
कैमरा
a
ऑन
3
रखो.
T1 at the bottom. And
जाओ.
who does it get taken by?
ऐसे मत जाया
Pretty
करो.
easy. He is recovered in gold.
And it was a 4v5 as well. And to
बंद करना है, बंद
point
करो,
your
बंद करो, बंद
question,
करो.
we got a kill on towards Rin, the channel that we promised off the late game here. And if you make sure that channel doesn't get those 3 item power spikes by 10 to 11 minutes, he starts to be not so strong in
Sorry
actually
chat,
taking down
तो
tanks.
यहाँ पे कुछ
Doofy,
issue आ गया था.
Miriam, those are
मतलब
really
issue
big
नहीं.
issues for Team Flash later on.
Okay,
But
we
let's
were
focus
reading
on the
the
match.
comments yesterday about S8UL, and the support has been immense.
Immense.
Right now, they are proving to the fans that they are worth supporting. They should get more support as well. Because if you take a look at Kong, he has been playing fantastic.
ऐसा
this
नहीं
year.
है कि
Now,
you know
Tofu,
Flash
very
comeback
scary
नहीं कर
position to
सकते.
be in. They're trying to gain
It all
ground
depends
across
कि
the gorge.
point
But it looks like
difference
S8UL
जो
already knows
कितना
what's
है
going
तो
on.
उतना
Now
है
going
ही
in
इस
for the
time
isolation on towards Yo here. Does knock him down. The fatal arrows
Oh,
finding
nice.
solo kill on towards the Team Flash Clash
Kong,
later
bhai.
here. Once again, it's
Fail this,
almost
bhai,
looking
fail
like the
this.
Kong show on the teacher.
Exactly, and this is retail therapy because killing spree for the side of Kong. This is exactly what we
Kong
talked
by
about. If you
killing
give him
spree
the
आ चुका है.
space, he will shine. And right now, T2 is on the menu on the right-hand side of the map. Now, it's looking like a potential trade for Rin, but Miriam, he does not want to allow that.
He's a tanky boy here. Has the Pure Sky, has everything here. Hilda
I think we can get one more. We can get one more.
You
No,
have
no.
the shield, you have the shielding. It's just a
Easy.
easy work for him to actually escape towards safety here. Kong
एक गया,
attacks on
एक
towards
गया,
Julius
एक
here.
गया
And
इनमें
right
से, इनमें से
beautifully
opponent से एक गया.
disengaging the 4 members coming in from S8.
अरे अरे मेरे को लग रहा हम गए.
Finding Doofy, Tofu stampeding upwards here, but they back off. They will go towards safety here.
हम
There
भी
won't
बच गए.
be any much of it aggression coming in for either of these teams.
What did he eat for breakfast today? I mean, S8UL completely different today. They have taken a T2. They were pulling Team Flash into unnecessary engagement. It's not even a fight. They did not look for the kills. It's really just a distraction play.
It is. Oh, that's an Azenka skin coming in from Side Extreme.
And that's one of my favorite skins, by the way, and one of my favorite heroes from AOV. Now, it was a library build. That's why I got the library build. But right now, Team Flash, they're going to get the second objective. You know, no objectives, hang on.
Tofu has no flash. Kong once again goes towards the back line here. Uses Grandmaster's force.
Very
Attack
nice,
goes towards
nice,
Rin.
one-
Gets saved, gets down.
Oh.
1-for-1, but that flash was a bit
ठीक है,
sus
territory
coming
damage
in
बहुत
from the
ज़्यादा
side
था,
of Rin.
बहुत
Into the
ज़्यादा
back
territory
line
damage
here.
किया था.
Julius
But ठीक है,
forcing
we are
out the
going on a
flash
very
coming in from
equal
Miriam.
level
At
में
very
जा
least,
रहे हैं.
Atek is sacrificing a mid for a jungle with 4 kills. That's a big win coming in from Flash.
Oh, it definitely is. And you know what? Taking the life with a comeback, a rampage on the side of Kong as well. This is exactly what Team Flash needs to do. Now, cut your losses, gain back your advantage, stealing away all
Farm
the
जा रहा
different
है,
camps
farm जा
on the blue side, from the side of S8UL. It's a small prize, right? But you take whatever you can get at this point because we're nearing the crux of the match, the 10-minute mark.
The 10-minute mark is always a special place where it's either you
Goal
make
wise
it or
पीछे
you
हो
break
यार
it.
हम.
That full
Farm
blown
नहीं
out
कर
team
पा
fight
रहे.
between two teams on the
We
same
have to
time,
farm
that gives
goals,
you
समझ रहे हो?
more damage, more wave clear, more movement speed.
We have to
That
farm
is
more.
exactly how things will shape around this because yes, 7-4, but goalie is
Okay.
still dead even. on
Shift
both
करने का
teams.
try किया. मेरे tank
I
है
think
वो.
there's nothing really
right?
separating the
Tank
two teams at this point financially. And in terms of team fight, I'm feeling like S8UL.
Julius
hang on.
1v1 against Kong here. We
Oh,
do see
nice,
Grandmaster
nice,
Force
nice.
doing a
Oh,
lot of damage here, but
nice.
that
Kong,
true damage
bhai, Kong
just
full-
takes him down before the
Full
shadow time
form में
spawn.
भाई.
Yeah,
Kong
is
be
just
like
once again different
ऐसी
today.
की
Julius is
तैसी
still making the same mistakes he
enemy
did yesterday.
कल
And
का
S8UL
जो aggression है ना,
capitalizing on this.
कल
They
का
are
जो aggression है, वो
inviting
आज
Julius to
निकल रहा है.
fight.
The lucky part, at the very least, the depth timer
पाँच
coming
kill
in for
पे है
Sal
Kong.
Julius, he can still make it back 40 10-minute shadow objectives here. So that's not
The
the
match
worst, but
20
zero
मिनट
fear
खींचेगा
along
मुझे
with
लग
full
रहा है.
damage, you're not feeling too good
20
about that.
Well,
15
not just the KDA
से 20
difference,
minutes के
there
20
was a
तक मैच
1000
चलेगा.
goalie going in the side of Kong.
Rin using the soaring signals here, finding Kong in towards the top
No,
side
no,
here.
no, Kong
Does
पीछे आ जा,
find a
Kong
bit
भाई
of
पीछे आ
damage
जा
here
तू.
before the objective here.
Nice.
We do see both teams
Life steal ले रहा है
hovering
Kong
towards
ने.
the shadow over.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just curious. Does Team Flash want to fight here, or do they want to try and sneak?
Hey, Miriam find a bit of a poke, but still very safe here in towards the mid lane here. KLTZ
यार
versus
ओवरलॉर्ड
infinite
चला जाएगा
vastness here, so this control entirely goes over to the side of
ये
Team
तो
Flash.
मरेगा नहीं
For the
ओवरलॉर्ड
first
तो चला
objective,
जाएगा
Kong has no ultimate.
Oh no.
KLTZ
ऑब्जेक्टिव
has
पे यार
no
कभी
health and no
फोकस नहीं कर
ultimate
रही
as
है
well.
पता है
I think this is a good rotation here, but yo, towards the
There is
back
no
line,
focus
getting
on the
isolated once
objective.
again by Kong. Fatal arrow finds his mark in towards the back line here, killed up. So
चलो एक और
critically
डाउन
low, gets taken
डबल
down
किल
by the
नाइस
flowing sight in towards the back line here. You get the Shadow Overlord. I'll take your teammates here with a 2-0 trade plus the Shadow
डबल
Tyrant.
किल
And we don't even know the repercussions of that decision
At least
just
एक
yet,
एक
right? Yes,
अपने
they
पे
lost a
आया
couple of members, Hugh Duck
टेम्पेस्ट
as well
ड्रैगन
as
अपने पे
Yurt in that skirmish right in the mid lane. But right now, S8UL has also secured the Shadow Tyrant. So they have extra damage. They are able to wave clear a little
प्राइमल
bit
बॉन्ड
better.
तो लग ही
Team
चुका है
Flash, they get map advantage. But right now, they can't even
कोई
withstand
दिक्कत नहीं अभी
the
कौन सा
attacking
स्टॉप है
prowess
ओवरलॉर्ड आ
on
रहा
the side of
है ओवरलॉर्ड या
S8UL.
टेम्पेस्ट
I think
ड्रैगन
it
पे
was
ऐसे जो
okay
छा गया
when they forced
पर
out the
अच्छा
ultimate
खेल रही है
from
यार
Kong
टीम
and
फ्लैश
some of the
की तो
HP
टीम
bars,
बैन हो
and
जाती है
Gil also
इसी टाइम
got
में
a good catch on towards KLTZ. But when it came
आई
down
होप
to
जीत
the
जाए
team
लास्ट
fight
में
later
ना
on
हमारी
that they
इंडिया
actually
की
lost after taking
इंडियन
Shadow
टीम्स को ना
Overlord,
बहुत
that was
तगड़ी
not looking
आदत है एक
too
चीज
good
की
for the side of Team Flash.
that we
Yeah, I mean,
always lose
we
at the
wanted to
end
take a look
स्टार्टिंग
at how
हमारा
this fight
अच्छा
would
रहेगा
turn out. It was a
कल
nice
की
bit of
स्टार्टिंग
control
हमारा
coming in
अच्छा
from
था
Hugh Duck to
लेकिन
make
जब
sure that
मैक्रो
Kong
की बारी
wasn't
आती है ना मैक्रो
comfortable
में
in
हमारी
that
ऐसे
fight.
से
But
जाती है
Kong
अरे अरे
already
अरे
has lifesteal. It
क्या हो
doesn't
रहा है
matter. And once the
तो
snipe comes
मैक्रो हमारी ऐसे से
Oh,
जाती
Ring
है
gets taken down once again by Kong,
वन
and
मोर
Kong
ना
is
ये
not
जीते
over
यार ये
yet.
जीत
It's the
गए
Kong
ये वाला
show.
जीत जाएंगे
He finds both of the carries coming in from
आपने
Team Flash, and it's
बैकअप बनी
not
है
over yet. Blood Rage
ट्रिपल किल
prop, triple
भाई
kill coming in
कॉम
from the
फेल
S8UL
दिस
jungler here. He is looking for blood
कॉम
with
फेल दिस
81% DPS in that team fight.
It's
नो
not
नो नो नो
enough.
मेरो
And
मेरो
at this point,
मेरो
yeah, he's
भाग
left alone.
नाइस
Hugh Duck is going to come out, but I don't think it's enough.
He's going in
वन
again.
मोर
He's
वन
going
मोर
for the unofficial
Oh,
pentakill here, but they are
quarter kill,
all
quarter.
running away. Yeah, pop the
Quarter.
pure sky.
Oh, that's a
Raising
miss.
C tags on Taurus, and yo, you're still
थोड़ा
going
मिस हो
in.
गया
You're a madman, Doofy. Charges away. He's safe.
I mean,
Doofy भी
Doofy,
like
this
कम
is
है
a
क्या
complete turn. He was not playing like that yesterday. The review, the training, and you know the calmness that
भाई
he has
इनके
today
कोच ने
is
और
just
टीम ने
on
बहुत मेहनत की
a different
कोच
tier.
जर्सी पहन
And
के
Team
आया है ठीक
Flash,
है कल
this
कोच
is not
जर्सी
what
नहीं
they
पहन के आया
wanted,
था
but this is what they're getting. It's
ध्यान
a
रखना चैट कोच
3,000
कल
goalie going
सीरियस
to the side of S8UL.
एसी टेलर
You know
कोच
when
कल
you're put in
सीरियस
the
लिए था
corner,
जर्सी नहीं पहन रखी थी
survival instincts
कोट
kick
पहने
in.
में आया था
And
उल्टा
S8UL, they have the better ones.
And that 3,000 goalie you talked about, most of it is going into the pockets of Kong.
गोल्ड
But
गैप हमने कवर कर
there's
लिया
still
एटलीस्ट
a winning chance for
I've
Team
covered the gold
Flash
gap.
coming in from AOG. But look at that damage here, kid, on towards Kong.
6 figures. I mean, we
भाई
want that
कॉम
bank
का
account
डैमेज
for a
देखो
start, right? This guy has it in the damage department
भाई सबके
already.
है
And
5
the map
डिजिट
is
में
not looking any
बंदे
better
के
as well.
6
Team
डिजिट
Flash
में वो भी
gonna
डबल
proceed to
फ्रॉम हिज
lose
टीममेट
another tier 2, this time on
इतना
the top
डेडली
side of the
डैमेज दिया भाई
map. So
अपने
now your sides are completely dark. And SAUL, they see the advantage here.
They are smelling
भाई
blood in
कास्ट
this game,
शॉक
number
है
one.
इस
They want to take down
कि
Team
ऐसे
Flash
ट्वेल
and find the first
लपेटेगी
official
भाई
win
एनिमीज को
for Kings Arise India in the tournament stage. A knockout
ओके
coming in
इनिशिएट
onto
फाइट
Kong. Kong
इनिशिएट
gets
नहीं
tagged by the
टर्रेट
Mobile
डैमेज बहुत
CC,
ज्यादा है
pops the
टर्रेट
flourish,
डैमेज
but
बहुत
gets
ज्यादा टर्रेट
executed
डैमेज
by
है
Julius Sear Stake here. That was a
मैक्रो मैक्रो
beautiful
मैक्रो
engage coming in from
बेकार
Team
फिर
Flash,
से
and
फिर
it's
से वही
not
सेम मैक्रो
over yet. Stampede coming
फिर
in
से
from
सेम वही
Turbo
मैक्रो
following the frigid charge, but there will be no more follow-up here. The next objective
टर्रेट
will be
डैमेज
Shadow
यार
Overlord
बहुत
coming
अंधा
in for
लगी
20
गया मतलब
seconds.
बहुत अंधा
Exactly
टर्रेट
what they
डैमेज लगी
needed
गया
to do, right? So get rid of Kong. That is the answer here,
That
right?
was
And
a
as long
huge
as Kong
turret
is taken
damage.
out, Team Flash has a chance to turn this whole game on his head and take away whatever benefits that SAUL has acquired for
I think
themselves in
S8UL
the
is
first
around the
14
overlord.
minutes of the game.
So
If we take a look
overlord
at
के
the
around they are
benefits,
gonna sit.
this is not supposed to happen. 13,000
Overlord के around they trying.
Once
Okay,
again, they
another
were gonna
fight
try.
initiated.
Julius coming in
Another
for the
fight.
stage
No,
here,
no, no,
tagging
that's
on
a
towards
bad fight as
Doofy
of
here,
now.
but it's still
Main
4-5.
damage dealer नहीं है अभी.
Positional advantage for the side of
Go
Team
back,
Flash.
go back,
Kong
go back,
pushing
go back.
out of base for the Shadow Overlord take.
Okay, it's not looking good. Yo, manages to
Extreme
survive.
forces his flowing side, but Yo is going dangerously low.
Okay.
Kelly Duck plays the first kill
अरे नहीं यार
onto his
extreme
extreme.
down.
Kill TZ, no flash,
No, no, no.
no
मैं बस
ultimate.
बोल
Gets
रहा
taken
था
down.
यार
Beautiful
मैक्रो
knockup to
अपना
stop
बहुत वीक
Kong
है.
in his tracks.
नाइस
There will
कॉन्ग
be
एक तो ले
Umbrella
लिया. We can
Outburst.
take one more
He's
I
still
guess.
escaping here, tagging
No,
on
no, no, no.
over.
यार.
Julius
अरे
goes
मरेंगे
in.
ऐसे तो.
Doofy executed for his mistakes. Kong has no ultimate when Chicha has no ultimate. You have no damage against a semi
नहीं
takeover.
यार मैं
This
इसी
is
की
all
बात
about
कर
the
रहा
turrets.
था
They
मैं.
don't have to fight, but they have to
I
stop
was
them from
talking
taking the
about
beautiful objective.
this only.
Team Flash, they're in a much better position than they were just now. And right now, Kong, the cooldown is here. Blood Rage is available. He can go for it, but he needs to get the stacks of his passive available first. And it feels like, okay, Miriam, he has seen this aggression.
Trying to
They
go
need to
for Tempest Dragon. This stream अटक रही है मेरे में. क्या
start. And it looks like they want Julius.
Grandmaster Forge attacking on towards Kong. Here we Kong
क्यों
gets knocked up by the Lorient ultimate, unable to even pop the blood rage, and he gets executed here. Miriam, he has no flash, no pure sky, goes over the wall, half of passing, sends him
यार
into the
क्यों
passing
फाइट
well.
लेनी है
That's two
होल्ड
now
कर लो थोड़ा
for
सा
side of SAUL.
अकेले घुस घुस के
Objectives
ले रहे हो
galore. Open up for Team
पता है
Flash.
The
टीम में वहाँ
recovery
पूरी
is
टीम
in a
बैठी है तुम
flash. Look
स्टन
at
दे
the
देगी
goal
ये कर
difference right
देगी
now. There is nothing
नहीं
that
जाके
stands
भाई
between the two teams.
ये देखो
And this change now, they were looking for a
रिप्ले देखो
completely
ये
different person. They wanted to go for Hugh Duck.
काफी डिसअपॉइंटिंग था यार ये मतलब इतना मैंने क्या बोला था लास्ट में ऐसे ऐसे टीम हक देती भाई हमारी इंडियन टीम
Every single option available for the
एमएलबी भी
loan.
देख लो एमएलबी में आगे था
Nothing to offer.
ये वाला देख
Kong
लो इसमें भी
still
चोक
had cooldown timers
ठीक है
on
ये
his
देखो
blood rage. They couldn't afford the risk. And
ठीक है
for the
यहाँ फाइट
entire
हार गए
game, for
ठीक है
whatever prowess
वेट
that
करो
Doofy
टीममेट का
had, it
तो सीधे
seems to
रिप्ले
be
यार
missing
सीधे
at this
रिप्ले
point of the game. This is a
फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग है
critical
भाई
time. You can't do that.
देखो
It's a single
क्या
strike,
जरूरत है
right?
घुसने
We
की
talk about how Kong needs to be the
क्या जरूरत है भाई
consistent
घुसने की
stepping stone for SAUL, and now he's suffering with mistakes after mistakes in crucial moments here, and this has been punishing
Yeah.
for the side of
That was bad.
SAUL. Now with the double objective secured by Team Flash,
मजा
the
नहीं आया
script is entirely
पूरा
turned
मतलब
over
जितना
for the
एडवांटेज था
EOG win.
So
सारी
SAUL, with
की
the
बत्ती
advantage,
बना
they
के
couldn't find an opening
समझ
with the
जाओ
T3s. Team
सारी
Flash,
की
though,
बत्ती
I
बना
feel like
दी
they're a little bit more clinical, and we might see surgery being performed at this point.
Yeah, waves are coming in from all three lanes. Yeah, finding a bit of a poke. Three-man knockup onto his Helix here and into the unbridled outburst. But
this
the
is the
mission has
end.
been accomplished here. Mid-tower taken down. But
hold
those are
your
two
breath
great
and
ultimate scenes coming in
count
from
to the
Team
entry
Flash.
होगा
Right in the
अपनी
heart
टीम
of
है
the base.
एंड
Right
होगा
now, it's looking a bit bad.
Guilty
Yo!
charges
ये
in.
ये
Destructive Deluge catches on multiple
मैरोन
targets.
कमान
Reducing
चलो चलो
multiple
चलो चलो
knockups
चलो
here.
चलो
Guilty
टीम फाइट
forces
टीम फाइट
the
देखो
fastest
पकड़ लो
chase towards the back
नाइस
like
वन
a
नाइस
Kong.
वन अरे नहीं
Guilty tagging
फंस
in.
गया यार
But
फंस
Kong
गया
is taken down with a safe
एक
sector.
बंदा
But
फंस गया
the
और
base
अरे
gets
बेस
taken
क्यों
down
देख रहा
by with that backdoor with the help of the
बेस
shadow
क्यों देख
overlord
रहा
to
है
take game on.
भाई
What a comeback from this side of Team Flash. Exactly
भाई
what we
कैसे
asked for.
हार
Like we
गई
said, we don't give you what you want,
How?
we give you what you need, and we needed that excitement.
And excitement is
How,
entirely
bro?
thrilling in
How?
my body right now. How many backdoor wins did we had in the last 2 days? This is the third one so far.
भाई कॉन्ग ने पूरा
This is a
कैरी मारा है भाई
difficult one
पता है
to
उधर
really take in
लेकिन
your strong.
ये भाई क्लासिक गेम प्ले मेरे को तो याद नहीं है देखो भाई
Flash.
Right in the heart of the base. Right now, it's looking
ये
a bit
देखो ये
bad.
देखो
Yo!
छोड़ दिया भाई छोड़ दिया ओवरलॉर्ड के मिनियंस को छोड़ दिया बिल्कुल ही
Chase towards the back like your Kong. Kill Teasy, tagging in, but Kong is taken down with a safe sector. But the base gets taken down by with that backdoor, with the help
नहीं
of the
यार
Shadow Overlord to take game one.
डिसअपॉइंटिंग
What a comeback from this side of Team Flash.
स्टेज पे
Like the problem
ये
here, let's just be very
पता है
direct with what
अप्रिशिएटेड
needs to
नहीं
be
है इतना
improved.
समझ रहे हो
We need to be able just to be decisive in the right moments. It comes to minute 13. They're almost 5,000 goal advantage.
ज़्यादा
Right over there,
crazy
we
हो
have a
गया भाई
Chicha that has already 9 kills in that
ज़्यादा
moment.
क्रेजी हो गया
A huge opportunity for the slam dunk, and then they just miss it. You cannot just build the advantage and not be able just to capitalize out of that.
I think they made a mistake of trying to go for the exact same target, which sounds a bit ironic, right?
Okay.
Hugh was the cause of their downfall, not because he made those big amazing plays, but because he was always visible in the team fights, and it felt like SAUL were baited into the wrong position where they just threw away all of the hard work they did. Up until like what 16 minutes of the game, everything down the
नहीं
drain.
यार
It's
बहुत
like
बेकार
television,
भाई
right?
Yeah.
Where we
इतना
keep seeing,
disappointing
like,
performance
the
है, क्या
signs
बताऊं।
of Kong finding such good
इतना
play in towards the
अच्छा
back line,
खेली
but
यार
the
टीम
problem is,
पेल दिया
if you keep
फ्लैश
deep
को भाई
diving
तैसी पेल
and
दी
then
फ्लैश
you
की
don't find the actual pickoff and you waste your ultimate, which is the forage coming in from Ticha, you can't play the following team fights against consistent DPS from the Fati, from Hader
Flash
on that Lauren, and also
इतनी
most
स्ट्रॉन्ग
importantly,
टीम
let's
नहीं
talk
है
about
अगर इंडिया के
Rin
साथ
on that
से
channel.
है ना
I feel like there's one more issue we need to talk
इंडिया के
about.
साथ
I feel
देखा
like
इतनी
SG
स्ट्रॉन्ग
needed
मतलब
to be the sacrificial
इंडियन
lamb.
टीम्स आर एबल टू
There's
कम्पीट
no
विद
need to
लेकिन यार
protect this
मैक्रो
stage.
इतना बेकार कैसे
Let
कर
her
सकता है
give her life for the
Seriously
cause, right? I
disappointed.
feel like Miriam should have been in the other segments of the fight. You needed a CC to stop this party
कॉन्ग
from
की
getting
जितनी
a life
मेहनत थी
steal.
ना
You
सारी
needed a CC to get Hugh away from getting those big ultimates that really costed S8UL the fights.
Oh.
And at the same time, Doofy, he was doing so well. I was so proud of this boy. For a
जी भाई।
majority of the game, he had so many big ultimates.
This was the biggest outplay of this entire
ऐसे
series. Here.
खेलेंगे
He
तो
ended up
मतलब
hiding the
कैसे
ball
compete
at the
कर?
backside here,
It was
sending
not about
in with the
experience,
countdown
पता
of
है?
the ultimate, and then tagging
इस बार
along with Kofu's
it was
ultimate.
not about
That was
experience.
just
It was more like
beautiful. And in towards these team fights here,
throw
once
भाई।
Chicha loses
किल
the
के पीछे
ultimate in these
पागल
CC
जैसे
levels,
बोलते हैं ना,
you're useless. Look at
वो
this.
सीन है, पता है?
Zero damage. That's
किल के पीछे
sufficient to
पागल
actually
वाले।
take down tanks.
Yeah, it is. And to me, it's just a difference of target trials, right? Team Flash, the experience from the many years of AOV is showing in this game number 1.
Flash की
Now,
excitement देखो।
when we go into game number 2,
Just
the
check out
biggest question we
Flash
have
की
to ask
excitement। उन्हें पता
ourselves
था वो नहीं
on
जीत
the side
सकता,
of SAUL is, okay,
पर
you
पूरा
tripped, you fell, how
घुमा
fast
दिया।
can you recover? Can you stand back up
तो
now?
टेबल
Alright,
पलटी
so
ही है, टेबल
let's
4
just
बार
imagine
पलट के
this.
मुंह पे
Let's
तमाचा फेंक के
imagine
मारा।
the beginning of the game, how everything was working really well for S8UL, right? Like Trichao comes in, I got here on the 6th minute already at 3-0-1.
Killing spree.
Compared to the jungler in front of them, the 0-2 in an Ogren.
Yeah.
So you're already on the Ogren on the back here.
शायद
They
वेट
need
फॉर
to
लाइक
start
2
thinking
मिनट्स
about
में
like
पानी
how
वानी
are
पी
we
के आओ।
going to really turn
सही है।
these little
तो तेरा
advantages
मैच का ही पार्ट
into
देखो।
turrets, into high ground entrances. But well, ladies and gentlemen, right now Team Flash has an advantage over S8UL Esports. Let's wait and see what's going to happen in game number 2. Let's go to a short break, and as we come back, this is going to be game 2 of today's match 1.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our
which I did back.
superpower. Now
Chalo.
imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
मतलब जो लेवल का परफॉर्मेंस चाहिए था ना, वो S8UL ने ड्रॉप किया है, नो डाउट अबाउट दैट। लेकिन इतना भी अच्छा नहीं करना था कि तुम हार जाओ। वो 2-3 जगह जहाँ पे मिस आउट हुआ है ना, लाइक जो फाइट जीतनी चाहिए थी, जहाँ से बैकआउट करना चाहिए था, वहां से बैकआउट नहीं किया इन लोगों ने, पता है? अगर वो बैकआउट कर लेते, उस टाइम पे बैकआउट कर लेते, मजा आता। मतलब फ्री के जो किल्स रहते ना, ऑब्जेक्टिव पता नहीं, S8UL वाज नॉट एट ऑल फोकस्ड ऑन ऑब्जेक्टिव्स। दे आर लाइक ऑब्जेक्टिव ना दे देते हैं, उस ऑब्जेक्टिव देने के चक्कर में हार गए। देख रहे हो सिंह, देख रहे हो मेरा सिंह सिंह, ये वाला सिंह देख रहे हो? डेविल 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 फॉर अ रीजन।
us to put right over there as a piece of information.
Wait, before you start the actual lesson, I want to
ahead.
put a disclaimer.
Okay.
So I don't see myself as
So,
a teacher,
next
I see
chalo.
myself more of a guy. So don't
होने
take
वाला
my
है बस।
word for it because I'm gonna give you some
Drafting
funny
phase
stuff.
भी आने वाला
But
है।
you want to learn from teacher Sagi? Go ahead. This guy, facts. Go.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you can see my little tablet over here, but
Ooh.
okay, we're on players first, but Tyrant, Overlord, Minion Waves, Tree Waves, Endgame GG.
That's it.
Just learn that, you'll win the game.
All right. And then?
And then
We have to
talk
focus
about team fight
more on the
formation, right?
objectives.
If you're looking to be aggressive,
बिना
your
objective
tanks
के
should
नहीं
be
जीत
in front
सकते
so
HO
that
game
you're
में।
able to push the defense back a little bit. You don't have to
We-
engage in a team fight.
After
What you're looking
second
for
or
is
third,
deterrence. You don't
like,
start
I
the
guess
fight
third
because we have a
overload
wall in
overload
front
के
of us,
बाद
right?
third
And if
overload
you
is
overcommit,
very
our backline is going to start fighting
deadly.
with you. This is where the loom comes to play.
It
This
is very
where
deadly,
Kong
yeah.
on that Chicha comes into play. We need the shield first to tank the damage, soak the skills, and then if you make a mistake, the doors will be wide open. Your turrets are going to be, free food for us, and the crystal is going to be pillaged.
So if we shine a light on what Team Flash did correctly to turn things around in here, what
भाई
did
ऐसे
they do
नहीं
that
crash आज
was able to turn the tables around?
आज crash हो गया
We
ऐसे
talk about objective gameplay, right? Yes.
And
there's a
जाके ना
lot
they
of
are gonna
takedowns
regret.
coming in from the side of
बहुत
SAUL,
बुरा
especially
regret
onto
होने वाला
Kong. But the problem is, you're not doing it to convert into objective takes.
Yes, and one of the things that really matters the most is not just about the kills. KDA is important to a certain extent, but what you do after you get it, you get the numbers advantage. That is what matters more. And right off the bat, we're gonna see what is going to come into play in this BP. Same bands as game number 1. No Florentino, no Pay, no Haya, no Mai. And this time, S8UL, you know for a fact they want to get first pick. They will go on the blue side, and they're looking at the Flowborn Marksman.
I like it, right?
Oh.
Considering the fact that Flowborn Marksman, the
All
only
right.
strong counter against this pick
Flowborn
is the
Marksman,
that has
okay.
been used by Rin in the previous game. So that's going to be a proper pickup for SAUL if they want to play the mid to late game insurance that we talked about.
Okay, so if you were on the side, well, okay,
And
too late for the question. I was
अब उन्होंने long
it's going
किया
to be the Dolia
And वो
and
कुत्ता
Loom
बनाएंगे देख।
combination.
वो लोग
Now,
कुत्ता
the
बनाने
big
वाले long से
question
देखना
is, now as we try to conclude the first half of the picks, when we go to the bands, as
वो
SAUL,
जो को
do
Chinese
you
लगता है
ban the Yangjin?
ठीक है
I
China
think
so much
if they
advanced
do ban the Yangjin, there's
As of
also
now.
things like the Luna to counter where the Yangjin Dolia, amazing double ultimate here, but that's the flaw of this specific combination. There's no crowd control.
Okay, that's a big one. And also, let me just
ठीक है।
throw another spanner in the
crowd
works
we
here.
have crowd
There's a
control
potential you can play Yuan in the middle.
and
he
I
was
guess
good.
Jing
Great synergy with
Fai
Dolia. Now, for those
the
of you that are new to
Shun
Dolia,
Fa
Dolia
Shun
has
Fa
something
Shun Fa
that we love
Shing
to
Shun
call
Fa
as a
Shun Fa
refresh.
Yes, sir.
Shun
And it
Fa
refreshes
Jung
any
Fi
skill
I
you
guess the
want.
tank
But prior
plus
given to
shield
number 1, either the person you linked to or
I
the
guess
longest
tank plus
cooldown
shield
skill
है
available.
तो
That's
यहाँ
correct,
crowd
right?
control
Especially when you
भी
are
करता है
pairing
crowd
with a
control is
Yangjin
deadly
here
है
in
उसका crowd
Twilight,
control
that
very
you can
deadly
just use a double ultimate to actually battle in these team fights here. So this is going to be a very interesting
and
pickup here. If you are Coach Bear,
ठीक है we have
you
two crowd
must
control one damage
ban
dealer
a
and
Luna as your
Those
last pick
tanks
because
are
you
getting
won't
right.
have enough crowd control coming from mid.
Dolia
Flash
I
to
guess
potentially
tank
lock
plus
down that
healer
Luna
ये
that
था
Kong might be able to pilot.
वो flash and
Oh,
choose
there
किया
we go. Straight away, the Luna is banned away. That's one of the potential answers. And you know what? Nerza is also another big answer available
minute,
for
हमने
the
ban
side of
नहीं किया।
SAUL. But I wonder if
Okay,
that's
now-
the correct
now we
choice,
are ban.
because right now they
Skill
need a little
viewer-
bit more CC.
Skill viewer,
Jumpers
I
ultimate,
guess।
Dumb Rider Albus.
ऐसे कुछ
Once
नाम है इसका
every
इसमें जो
when you
ban
pass
किया
through, right?
When you pass
Which
through,
is pretty hard to get
अच्छा
if you're not going to be
कोचिस
engaging.
Su
But we did
Hong
see
Hong
last game the exact same mid role
Hong
setup coming in from
Hong
Hayduk
Hong.
and also Tofu.
Su Hong Hong
There were very beautiful moments where
Whoa.
you
हाँ
disrupted or
Hong
comes
Kong वगैरह
in,
का लग रहा है
sets up the big
I
play
guess
on
Hong
towards
Kong
the side of Extreme.
या तो फिर
And
चाइना
then
के
the
रीजन का है
fatal one was Kong. Pinch by the ball.
Hong
gets
Hong
caught
से
out
सिर्फ
by
Hong Kong
the
किससे नहीं बोला
by
लेकिन
the Albus coming from Zhao,
नाम
and he's just gone.
जन जो अवेलेबल
And
बेस्ट कोचेस
what
Hong
the
Kong
add-on
साइड
to
का
it,
होगा चाइना
one of the
साइड का
reasons
होगा
why
ना
that pick was so successful for the long run was because he was allowed to poke.
Garuda.
A lot of the
Okay.
heroes that were picked up
we have an
outside of
Egyptian
SAUL
hero right now
are typically mid to close range
Correct.
heroes, which means you have to be in range to get the punch, but you're also in range to get hit back. But this time, Team Flash, I like this, so smart. They don't even have to engage. Garuda from far, even with the auto attacks, it has a piercing effect, by the way. It goes through targets and hits the targets behind.
And I love the Garuda pick, right? Considering the fact that you can actually outrange the Lorien and also the Floorball Marksman. Here we do see the final pickup here coming from the side of the Clash and
इसका तो मेरे को नहीं
Jungle.
पता क्या है,
And
नाइट
Ritza
ने जो
and
पिक किया
also
है मेरे को पता है।
Xiangyu. Here we did see how
निजहा जो पिक किया है भाई, ये तो
wasn't the greatest here,
क्यों
so this
पिक
is
किया है, मेरे को
redemption
बड़ा
arc. And
बेकार हीरो
finally,
लगता है
for
भाई,
red side, Guan Yu, no CC in sight.
मेरे को
My
बहुत
biggest
बेकार
question
हीरो
now is,
लगता है।
even though there is not much CC on the side of Team
मेरे
Flash,
को कभी
for the side of
पता नहीं चला
S8UL,
वाइट
if they are
एग्जिस्ट।
under farm, you have no damage. Yes, you are very tanky. Yes, you are very survivable. Yes, you have anti-heal capabilities against the likes of Team Flash. But can you
मेरे को पता ही नहीं
even
चलता
fight?
वाइट
And
एग्जिस्ट।
I'm really worried in another
कुछ
part
हीरोज
where-
ऐसे हैं,
Look at SAUL, right? You have fantastic picks. Mid to late game, done, set, deal. The Guan Yu, who's gonna mark him? You have no crowd control. Your only crowd control is Zhang Fei and Xiangyu spell 1. And if those spells don't land on towards the Guan Yu, your backline in the form of the Lorien, in the form of the Floorboard Marksman, they will not have fun at all.
One-time chance, right? That's it. I mean, if you really want to segregate the skills, use them one by one, you have 2 chances. But in the 2 chances, you really want to use it onto Ye? I don't think so. You want to get rid of Rin. You want to get rid of Julius first.
Exactly the case, right? And we are hopping right in towards the gorge between game 2. SAUL currently 0-1 down. Extreme.
Yeah, get quite a couple of nice hits in, right? So SAUL, this laning phase,
Okay,
is
but
this
shut up.
what's supposed to happen?
I think so, yeah. Because considering the fact that we have
समझ लो चाहे बहुत सारा काम रहता है।
Extreme on the Lorien, amazing damage, amazing crowd
एक
control.
ई-स्पोर्ट्स ओनर के ऊपर बहुत सारा
Vulnerable to ganks,
e-sports
vulnerable to
में पता है बहुत
flanks,
ज़्यादा
and
काम
also
करता है।
longer range, and he doesn't really have crowd.
देख ही रहे तुम लोग,
clear.
बीमार हो
So
के
this
देखो
is
वॉच
only
पार्टी कर
where
रहा हूँ।
little details matter, right? That first catch and push by Ye already damaged Extreme down to a significant lower piece of health. And that means they actually get to be a little bit more aggressive with the help of Julius and Hilda coming into the lane. So that initial clear means they have the faster rotation, they have the quicker pressure.
And we can already see like Hilda in towards the top side here, just helping you get so much of these farms in hand and then getting this space
मेरे को
point
साइड चेंज
for a better rotation later on.
Like we'll be
Final
red
order is
and
so important, especially for
you know,
a
कल भी
four
change
focus,
होता है।
right? This increases your rotational speed. You get free EXP, free gold as well, and you also have the chance to let your team know,
Guys,
hey,
HOK
we have the
के
Clash
इवेंट में
on
जाके you know you claim
lockdown.
this
He's gonna take some time to clear the
this
wave.
thing like
Let's see what kind of play we want to make in that time.
Yeah, and especially every time that minion waves are available in like the mid segment or the side segments of the game, you start to see 3v3s,
मैं तो already कर चुका हूँ, पता है?
and these rotations will show vision on the map.
पता
which
नहीं
is
क्या मिलेगा, मैंने कर
information
दिया
for the
फिर।
side laners on both sides.
मैंने फिर लैग मारा, देखो स्ट्रीम फिर लैग मारे। ये सब बहुत होता है। मतलब EWC जितनी मैंने स्ट्रीम की ना, सब पे ऐसे लैग मारा है इसमें।
It
And
is,
live
it is.
चल रहा है देखो, live चल रहा
Information
है।
is the name of the game. Regardless of what genre you play, knowing more than your opponents is always going to be prior. It's going to be beneficial to you as well. It looks like KLTZ will see Tofu coming in. It's not going to be a good start. Quite a bit of damage by KLTZ. It's a 4-on-1. He does not have an escape. He's not 4.
That's just 4 different angles here, and a poor KLTZ here. He didn't even find an angle to use his double spell to in towards a flash. Poor boy, that's just a sad way to die.
Yeah,
अब
but the
फ्लैश
most
पे
painful part
कॉन्फिडेंस
is
है,
not
पता है
about
इनको
just
पता है
about
कि
giving away the first
लेट
blood,
तक होल्ड
right? In
करना
most
है
cases, you
and
might
SCP
be
will
looking
lose out on the
for a
macro part.
return. If you're on the side of
SCP
SA,
will lose out on the
you're
macro part.
figuring, okay, look, someone's getting ganked. Can we find a response? Can we gank someone else? But Ye was away from danger in that point, and the rotations have started becoming quick for Team Flash.
It's a little horsey, right, on the side of Guan Yu, and we talked about, yeah, you have no crowd control, so how do you break the charge bar? Because that's the Guan Yu's main mobility spell on his passive. Can't break it, he's just like ankle breaking you with his bike.
Yep, and Soaring Green Dragon, second skill.
फ्लैश
That is a
स्टार्टिंग से
defense
अपना
as
वही
well.
स्ट्रैटेजी
So
है,
it's-
तो उन्हें
if it
पता है
was
हाई
difficult
डैमेज डीलर इज
before,
द
this
फ्लो
might
वन
seem a
मार्क्समैन।
little impossible at
तो
times.
वो दे ट्राइंग कि कैसी को
Goalie,
कैसे
man,
भी
here,
करके
look
ना
at this,
पकड़ा जाए,
only one
ताकि
kill
उसे
for
लेट गेम
South
डैमेज ना
Flash,
हो।
and they're already pulling 1,000.
एक बार भाई
we need a
बंदे
lot
का
of
लेट
gold
गेम डैमेज हो गया ना, वो
coming
ऐसे
from
ही
SAUL,
पेल
but
देगा
if you're
फ्लो
in
वन।
a defensive position here, we look towards these picks very mid to
उसका
late game, and if you're unable
फिजिकल PS जो
to
होता है ना, वो
really
बढ़
safely
जाता है
scale to those
when
either
he
breakpoints,
uses skill
you'll
one.
see moments like this.
Yeah, I mean,
Chalo,
it's starting.
nice.
Refresh comes in for Julius. On the back line, though, they want to go on to shoot Dirk, but it looks like he's
Fall आगे तो
perfectly
गया.
fine. Now, Julius,
बहुत
though,
speed से आगे
might
गया.
not be in the same situation.
मेरे को से ये ability समझ नहीं आती है, but से अगर zoom करके फेंकता है ना, मतलब पूरे region पे जाती है. Let's पूरे region पे जाती है ना.
Now, Julius, though,
No bridal outburst, 50 seconds if you do hit it. So critical cooldowns unavailable, and you see the initial rotation coming in from here without clearing the way. So that could be a potential breakpoint for SAUL to capitalize on that top turret.
It is, but it's all about the timing here. Team Flash says, you know what? We'll give you the free damage.
This
You won't be
objective
able to take
जाएगा.
the turret just yet. We want the tyrant first, and we can punish
ठीक
you
है.
even more.
पहली बार
But
है ना
SAUL,
objective
I
focus
like
किया.
the response. Immediate trade with the
They have
overlord
literally
as well.
focus
Very
objective for the
smart, right?
first
You
time.
can see the map has been segregated into two different sides. Red side Team Flash on towards the bottom side, and you see blue
मतलब
side
पिछले
SAUL
उसमें भी
covering the top
इनका
side.
नहीं
This
था
one
पता है.
half map movement coming in from both teams. Yo, from the back line.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. They wanted to get him there, and it is
ठीक है.
Extreme. He tries his best, but still taken down. Hyudak here with a big kill for the team. Team Flash, 2 kills. Clean slate.
मेरे साथ पता है, I do
And
think
this
कि
is gonna be
overlord
a
is more
very
important
big issue for Team
than
Flash. No crowd control,
Tempest.
no wave clear. Rin gets
क्योंकि
tagged on.
pressure ना lane pressure
I don't
create
think
कर
they
देता है
will be
overlord.
able to get him. He does have the infinite
इस साइड से
passes.
देख रहोगे ना,
Takes his first
मैप पे
flight
अगर
as
देखोगे
a
like
dragon
3
tofu.
ड्रैगन हर
Also
लेन से
has
जा रहे हैं.
refresh available if needed.
So they have
And
the
you can start to
capability to
see it, yes,
destroy the
commit for
turret
people in
alone.
towards the bottom side.
अकेले
Show the
destroy कर
wave,
सकते हो.
But take a look at the top side here. Minion waves 200 gold. Sacrifice into the turret here with no one picking it up. And you can start to see rotations coming in from the side of SAUL towards this bottom side.
Bye,
It's
bye,
being
bye.
matched
पूरी
by
team
Team
मारी,
Flash
पूरी team
to
मारी,
remove
पूरी team
any
मारी.
potential of the turret pick.
Yeah, they don't even get
Base
it.
नहीं है
Calls
अपना,
are being
दिक्कत
called. They want to
थोड़ी
go
है.
for the fight instead. Frozen for the side. Flash from Hyudak as well. Everything
चलो
expected.
disengagement
No
was
lives
good.
taken. But the biggest difference is
Disengagement was
they
good.
haven't taken the T1.
It's good engage, but like we said, your composition is mid to late game here, even if you find a perfect one.
Yeah, Miriam getting pushed back. Does he have his
ना,
ultimate?
ना,
No, he
Miriam
does
गया.
not.
वो बच गया,
Has to use
बच्चन
the
ना
flash.
गया.
They've
गया.
already done the damage. No more
वो
comments
बच गया.
now. Oh, there's a big bait. Extreme.
That
There's a
was
knockout.
nice
Here we
one,
go.
nice match.
What is going to happen?
इसको
They're
मार
going
के
to try
जाएगा
and
भाई.
keep the
फिर
life
मरेगा
alive.
फिर.
But in
अरे
exchange,
चलो मार
they
तो
take
दिया
Kong
at least.
down as well. Your
At least
jungle
मार दिया भाई
tanks,
Kong ने.
they're gone. Miriam is too low to do anything at this point.
क्या
And
मरा है
Team
मतलब
Flash,
इससे?
they just win over and over again. Better trades.
That's the problem. Kong went in towards the back line, and if no one tags the healing reduction,
Oh my
Julius!
goodness! It's
No.
Tofu! Dolia gets a kill as well! And with that, the T1 takes a fall. Team Flash, they've gotten a lot stronger here.
They are on fire right now, Kid Tofu. Getting the Celestial Melody on towards Julius here. We were talking about like how Isaac mentioned here. Julius didn't have the best of the best games, but right now he's 2-0-2, highest goal, highest net worth in the game, and he is having an amazing game on this Yang Jian pick here.
This was a great save.
We see the nerds are charging on towards here, but yes,
Great save.
no healing reduction tag on towards the Yang Jian here, having free damage galore on towards the side here, and then you see the Wings of Judgment poking down Miriam and then executed by the Hound with a bit of a damage coming in from Tofu for that clean wipe and that mid tower.
Okay, that is not a kill steal. It's a kill secure.
Secure,
Right? As a
yes.
Roam, as a Dolia, I secure the kills for my team a lot of the times. It's all about teamwork here. And I'm not joking.
But I'm still against the idea of just going to execute, my buddy.
Yo, I want safety. I want guarantee here. That's what I'm doing. So Dolia execute, Dolia smite. Okay, I'm joking. Don't do that. But you know, if
No
you want to
ultimate
have
on
fun.
Rin.
And right now, fun it is. It is going to be jumping around for the side of Kong. He's trying to
देख
get
यार
rid
Kong
of the
फिर से
flash.
अकेले घुसे.
Does have it. But what about the lives of the other members? What a catch from the side of Year. One more attempt of
ठीक है,
defense coming
Doofy
in. They're going to
बचने के
force
लिए
out the
अपने
bridal
transform
outfits.
कर लिया.
Doofy still does have
अगर
the
नहीं
redemption.
करता तो भाई definitely
But
मत
for
करो भाई.
all the exchanges they've had, Team Flash walks away
बिना
as
किसी
the
doubt के.
winner still.
Crazy play from both the junglers, right? You can see Kong 1v2ing the backline and Julius just holding 4-man down by his own self. So the junglers play a very big part, like we mentioned just now in the pre-game discussion here.
अरे
Who are
ये
our key
कौन सा
matchups?
character है?
Kong currently on
Looks
that
good,
Ninja, and
Maybe-
Julius
I guess मैं पे
currently
है
on
ही.
that Yang Jian.
I
But
do
the
have
jungle
like you का जो
is
character है,
just
FL का जो
free
यूज
flow
करके.
buffet for the side of
I
Team
think I do
Flash,
have that
especially
character.
SAUL. There's just no answers.
It's a very difficult position to be in, right? Because on side of SAUL, the moment you burn the big ultimates, there's no more refresh, right? You want to make the trouble a little bit more difficult for the side of Team Flash, but you don't have the cooldowns to do it. You want to play, you know, with the cooldown timers on the side of Team Flash. But because they're trailing, it's not looking too good. And with the damage coming in, look at this. Julius, he jumps in again. Doofy, he is gone. Killing spree for the side of Julius. And this means
Doofy
Team
shred ho
Flash,
gaya, bhai.
another turret in the bag. T2 in the mid gone. And maybe Kong might be caught out once again. You're
Kong bhi
looking
hai.
for it. You can try to fly. You can take to the skies. But we will have your life.
अरे कहाँ चले गए भाई Kong?
Right now, Kong jumps away. And even though he makes
Kong
it out
भी
with
like-
his life, the pain is still there. A
क्या
tyrant in the hands of
कहावत
Team
क्या है?
Flash.
It's a very,
मैं भूल
very
गया।
slow choke on towards S8UL, unable to get any single objectives here. Mid-tier 2 already down, and the next upcoming fight will be really, really crucial here. The Shadow Tyrant or Shadow Overlord, if SAUL can stall the game, manage to trade off the specific objective, then maybe they can stall until KLTZ and Extreme's item power spike later on.
It's going to be a bit difficult, right? Because if we take a look at Julius, did he have a lot of damage just now? Not really, but right at this point of the game, he just got the Dragon Rage. That's going to amplify the damage you deal towards your opponents based on your health pools. And Julius already has close to, I think, almost 10,000 hit points at this point, and here comes they want to get Extreme. Maybe just push them away at this point, because 20 seconds more, we have the enhanced version, the shadow variant of our neutral objectives.
There's a bit of tip and tap, right? Just forcing out the play, but
Come on, Eric, इसको तो खा दो, इसको खा दो, nice.
What are you doing, Julius? It's
चलो
10
nice
minutes.
Kelly.
That's a big troll coming in from Team Flash Jungle.
Yeah, the greed is real for this one, and the punishment comes
Greedy
through.
भाई, greedy.
Well, maybe this is the chance to find something across the gorge. Shadow Tyrant, maybe? I don't know. 16 seconds is not a lot of time for them to work with. SAUL, the members are already flying over. But with the Wings of Judgment, they're poking them down. Miriam tries to push them away, but there's too much damage.
Kong is
As we
gonna
look at
try
that
to move.
fight, it's going to be split. Doofy falling low, catches two with the Unbridled Orbit.
Oh,
We
nice.
go in.
Nice.
Oh, what a
Come on,
knockdown
come on,
there.
come on, you can do this. Nice.
Tofu is the first
One down,
to
one
fall,
down, one
but
down.
it's just
अरे
a go
भाई।
there, just a support. They need more from the side of
You
Flash.
look कितना
SAUL,
low बच के
this
निकला है
might be a
भाई।
huge risk. They've already burnt most of
At
their
least he'll get the
ultimates here.
Tempest Dragon.
The damage
He'll get the
is
Tempest
done,
Dragon.
and the health bars are blinking low. Julius goes in.
Kong, he's so low. They got
Oh,
Extreme
back
as
up
well.
again.
This
Back up
is a
again, back up again.
disaster for the side of SAUL. Team Flash, they have made it back in time. They want to take the Tyrant at this point. This is a Shadow Tyrant. But Rin, Julius, and Huda, they're all low as well. Maybe they can steal this away. Kong does have the smite. They're pushing them away.
They're trying
Hang
to
on,
delay the
reset.
fight
This is a different
ताकि
fight right now. The freeze
Tempest ना
comes
ले पाए.
through, and here comes the
They're trying
pain.
their best.
Huda with the Wings of Judgment. He wants to push Kaltizi away.
यार
Successful
लॉस
in doing
होगा
so,
ऐसे
and it
लॉस
is
होगा
Young
लॉस
all
होगा
alone,
ओ नहीं
1v4.
चल कैल्सी अरे
Skyfall comes in, tags on towards Yo. Yo
नहीं
will slow
अरे
it
you
down.
nice
It's
nice
gonna
Kong
be a
nice
kill
Kong
going over here, and Kong is
मरेगा
still
Kong मरेगा
indestructible in towards the back line,
nice
Jurgen.
nice
Yeah,
to
and
भाई
here comes the
Doofy
cavalry.
savior
Julius is arriving from the
Doofy
side as
savior
well.
भाई
Unable to
बचाया
find the
उसने
target.
भी Kong को
Actually uses
अधिक
the
से नोटिस
universal
किया ना
ring
शील्ड
to
रहते
find his
हैं लाइक
targets.
डूफ
They
के जो
know
कैरेक्टर
the
है भी
position of Team Flash
अपने
right now.
कैरेक्टर पे
It
जम
is a
मारेगा तो
4v5,
शील्ड रहती है
but Kong
उसको
is so low.
That's
It
what
might as
saved
well
it.
be a 4v4 at this point of time. The reset comes in. Oh, hang on, this might be a mistake. They've gotten it, and Julius, he
Nah,
needs
यार
to win this
Tempest
fight
गया
to
Tempest
50-50,
गया
but he's getting pushed back. Hang on.
अरे टेम्पेस्ट लो टेम्पेस्ट लो
He
नाइस
gets the first life. Tofu
नहीं
falls
ले
once again.
आई
SAUL,
idiot
they found an opening. If Julius falls here, that's going to be disaster for
Idiots.
Flash. But they won't be able to do so. And SAUL, they're going to
Extreme
be
level.
happy with the prize.
क्या
The
बोलूं
key
मैं
lock in
भाई?
the mid for now.
यार इतने किल के भूखे ना ऐसे मतलब अपने जो प्लेयर्स इतने किल के भूखे हैं उन्होंने भूल गए हो कि टेम्पेस्ट ड्रैगन वन शॉट है
I mean,
ये
okay, I talk
ये
a lot
दो
of
बेसिक
stuff,
अटैक
so this
खत्म
is
एक
fine,
स्किल
but
अटैक
Extreme
खत्म है
is
वो
falling a lot, really low at this point. Yer wants to get some value at this
यार
point from their charge,
idiots
but
की तरह
unable to
खेले हैं
find
भाई
any Flash. They have
फिर से
50
मैक्रो
seconds
मतलब
of
मैक्रो
this power
आते ही
bond, but
इनकी
also
कैसे हो जाती है
50 seconds of the
इनको
time.
पता ही नहीं मैक्रो
What
कैसे
can they
खेलना है
do?
सब
They can do aggressive
प्रेशर
plays.
अलग होता है भाई
Remove
मतलब
that
तो किल
final
की भूख
tier
थी
two in towards the top side. Play jungle control. You can see Team Flash won over the votes coming in from our pit over in towards the top side here. Julius tagging in for that 1v1, getting that wave in control. 30 seconds right now.
नहीं
We
यार
will
बहुत
see one
बेकार
more
था
final push before we have another Shadow Overlord hustle between the two teams.
Yeah, the fan fans are really
क्या
dictating
बोला?
the pacing of this game, right? All the Team Flash fans have
इनका
voted.
कोच इनको
This
जाके गाली
split
देने
is
वाला है
owned by Team
हर
Flash.
बच्चे गाली
Right now,
देने
the game is also owned by Team Flash. All they have to do is just slowly poke them out.
फ्लैश भी लाइक
Opens up the wings of
परोस
judgment.
के
They
दे
want
रहे
to
हैं
get the
ऐसे टोल वाले
poke
में पता है
This is
ऐसे भी लाइक फ्लैश भी लाइक दे रहे हो कि दे रहे हैं मार खाओगे ऐसे भी ना ना यार हम तो ऐसे दे दो
and now they want to force out the big important skills from the side of S8UL. If you're not going to oblige,
मेरे को नहीं लगता कि गोना को फॉर लाइक फ्लैश टाइम लाइक ओवरलॉर्ड के लिए जाएगा जा रहा है बोल के चला गया
maybe on their last legs.
Form feeling I was focused on getting
Side of Team Flash, pushing the final tier 2. Going for the Shadow Overlord here. Take a look at the position coming in from here. It's a very
Yeah, this is
deep
not
angle
about
that has been
experience,
popped
okay.
up by the Ring of Fire to find the specific position here. But take a look at the position
You
here.
can't
They're coming
say
for Kong.
this is about
For
experience
what? He does not have the defenses for this. Everyone on him. You can run, you can hide, but Kong, you will not survive. And Team Flash,
भाई
they
कौन
find the
भाग
target,
सकता
even
था
though they
मेरे
were
हिसाब
not
से
looking for him.
अगर
And
इस पे
here's the
अल्ट था तो
kicker.
पता नहीं
It's
चलता अल्ट है
Tofu
कि
that
नहीं
gets the
पर
kill.
अल्ट था मेरे अंदर या भागने वाली स्किल पे भाग
Enemy
सकता था
jungle for the next 30 seconds here without burning your crucial spells. This means you can find a potential flank when all 3 minion waves crash simultaneously in towards the high ground here. You need to defend Seoul Esports. This is 15 seconds on the line.
This is going to be a slow push. They want to push them away from the
ये
T3. It's
blunder
all
था
about
भाई
pushing away. It's not about the fight. Rin managed to get the
ब्लंडर था
T3 in
ये
the mid.
कॉन्ग
That's a
ओवर
nice
कॉन्फिडेंस में
position
आके
to be
उसने
in
अपने
for
इस पे
Team
सीख रहा
Flash.
है
Doesn't matter if they lose lives here. It's about taking the T3s. One done. Second done. Third one all the way at the bottom. S8UL, they haven't found a response. Julius, he wants to go in. The backline is exposed.
Okay,
and
Julius
might
गया
have to give his life,
Julius
but
गया
they don't mind. If he gets a kill, that's fine. Team Flash, they've already done the damage with the Wings of Judgment. Duck as well pushes them back. And Team Flash, the job is done.
But it reminds me what Nora mentioned yesterday on the broadcast where the Yangjin scales off in towards the late game, just similar to Ogren, where early to mid game, you're like a battle lord, a warlord looking for blood, hungry in damage. But in the late game, you start to be less tanky and less efficient in these team fights, as you can see. Kill easy, item power spikes, easy enough, double ultimate chunking
Yeah,
down
मतलब
that Yangjin here. And without the
बेवकूफों की
Yangjin
तरह
here,
खेल रहा है
this Shadow Turner should be going
डिसअपॉइंटिंग
in
रहता है
into
यार मतलब समझ लो
SAUL.
यहाँ पे टाइम निकाल के
The case. That should be
सारे
the
not
case
just
for the
me, they're
side of
like
SAUL. They
more than 20
They're
creators
going in on the backline.
trying to support them मतलब ठीक है एक होता है लॉस होता है ठीक है एक होता है बेवकूफी था ये देख फिर से Again.
Maybe this is the one that breaks the entire roster of SAUL.
and ये लाइव चैट भी अगेन वापस
It is Team Flash. My goodness, they are so strong.
Both teams are so aggressive at it. Every single chance that they find in the numbers advantage, they will always go for the fight. But unfortunately, without consistent DPS coming in from KLTZ, you just can't finish up the backline.
This is why it's not just about the goalie. This is not just about getting the buffs. Your position is so important. What skills you throw, who goes in first, who goes in last. All
भागना
of
पड़ने
this
वाला है
comes
मुझे
into play. And this
मरेगा
all
तो
happens in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, and the seconds are counting down for SA.
प्लेयर बोल देंगे हम एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था फर्स्ट टाइम था ये भी तो इशू है एंड हमारी ऑडियंस मान भी लेगी हाँ
But
भाई
it's the
फर्स्ट टाइम था
T3s they're looking for. The life hit points, they will come back. They can be healed. And here we go. They might want to jump in at this point. From the backlines, Duck is the target. If they can get the kills here, it would be a big advantage.
यार
But
फिर
Doofy
से कॉम
unable to
कर
help
क्या
out.
रहा
Kong is
है
left alone on the
ये
backlines.
पागल हो गया क्या कौन
Jungler for a clash laner. All they have to do now is to back off and play safe. With the deterrence play by the side of Duck as well. Team
भाई
Flash,
कौन
they just have
पागल
the
हो गया है
answers.
That was such a heroic play coming in from Ye. He was like, oh no, that is a perfect flank coming in from the Nutsa. He sacrificed himself. He pushed everyone away from that play itself.
Doofy, no, you can't do that. You don't have your ultimate. Miriam as well. He's falling low. They're pushing back. Here comes Duck with more pain. The Wings of Judgment, the feathers, they are made of steel. And it's going to be of heartbreak because Team Flash, they have started working on this Shadow Overlord. And this might be the last one needed.
3 minion waves with mega minions. No more high ground turrets here. The Overlord will be an epic finisher for Team Flash in advancing for their AOV rematch
यार
with
ब्लंडर
Bluehound
गेम थे
United
भाई
Esports.
ब्लंडर
But
गेम
the game is not done. SAUL,
कौन
they are still
पता
in
नहीं
it
क्या
to
और
win a comeback.
कॉन्फिडेंस से खेल रहा
I mean, Team Flash.
कि भाई
Right
मेरे को
now,
परवाह ही
you
नहीं
can
है
see it
कुछ
on their calendar. This is a date with destiny, and SAUL is in the way.
Goal lead is practically 50-50 as of this point here. Good ring of fire here. Pops Julius having an earth form on the Yang Jin. The waves are marching through from three
This is the last
lanes.
fight.
Take a look at Miriam's position here.
What a-
He's looking for Ye.
Yeah, they want to get this Xiangyu. Unable to find him. Miriam will get frozen with the frigid
Final
charge as
fight,
well.
chat.
Singular target for now. This is not the biggest play just yet. They want the backline. This is a distraction.
Oh,
They
no.
do get the rampage with the life of Miriam, and the base is exposed. One more round. This is where the Shadow Overlord comes in.
How do they hold for the next
And
35
Miriam to
seconds? Because this is a 4v5 angle with a big dragon going in.
Julius jumps in. This is a big moment. Big stuns. Ye is on the back line. They want to get
It
the
is not
damage
easy to
in.
defend
Kill
from the
Teasy
rampage
gets the
पे.
life of Ye, but your turret
Okay, double
is a
kill.
big one.
Nice.
Right now, the save comes in from
भाई
Doofy.
अगर टीम यहाँ से वाइप हो जाती है, टीम यहाँ से वाइप हो जाती है,
For the cause, but they just need to
अरे
take the crystal, and they will do it. Team Flash finds their date with Buriram later, and
नहीं
SAUL.
भाई.
This was a great
Throw,
lesson, but it's a painful
absolute
one.
throw.
Keys are crushed. Hearts are crushed. And we bid goodbye to SAUL Esports from our KWC 2026 play-ins here. And Team Flash, they fight for survival and they advance further to face Buriram for their final slot.
Team Flash right now, with the soul of sportsmanship, are gonna go and say goodbye to S8UL Esports. The boys coming in all the way from the Kings Arise, India, second place. This is gonna be the end of the road for them in this KWC 2026.
Guys,
We're
की
very
क्रश
happy to
मोमेंट
have
देखना
had them
चाहोगे?
here. It was amazing to that, but at this moment, let us congratulate the winners. Team Flash is gonna move forward into the final of the lower bracket.
I mean, Kin, that final finisher still got me very excited. My adrenaline was popping. Like, the moment
मैं तो सही बताऊं, मेरा तो मूड खराब हो
Overlords
गया.
marching in towards the enemy
It was
base, and then
disappointing.
he was like infinite vastness up. It's like, do I want to go in? Do I want to take the risk? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was the moment, right? And Team Flash, this is a lesson you must learn from them. They know how to close games. That's the most important part.
Okay.
But out of this entire experience in our best of three, the most important part I feel for both teams is they must be proud because both teams have improved. This game, what is the game changer here? I feel like it's Hyuduk.
I feel like it's
this
still the two.
Garuda.
Initially, we were talking about like Julius and also Tofu for that double ash. Oh, we have a Team Flash jersey over there. Bro, can I borrow that? Can I borrow that? Wait.
Oh my gosh. Ladies
okay,
and
I'll give
gentlemen,
it
I
back
know
to
that
you.
you cannot see
I will
it
show you
right
on the
now,
screen.
but the fans for Team Flash are just going crazy around on the stage. They're really
Dad,
happy
yeah,
about what's
stream end
going
करते
on.
हैं,
This is actually
ठीक है?
nice. We love
Okay,
to
we
Time
see
to end the
people
stream.
just enjoying. Look at that. The dress.
किसी को कुछ
Team Flash coming in from AOG
पूछ रहा हो तो
Vietnam,
देख
and
सकते
they
हैं
are
कि ask us on the
marching into
Instagram.
the face.
And
We're in that lower bracket
RN
finals.
takes
Yeah,
some music.
congratulations,
RN
Team
takes a
Flash.
copy
Good
with
luck
them.
in the next one, man.
Let's
My
go.
God.
So this one is
Let's
a
go कि
big
RN
experience
takes
because they
disappoint
get
लग रहा है.
Thank you.
that rematch, and this is what they
चल chat, bye bye, टाटा.